Thank you for coming by. This is an American project. Please be sure to like and subscribe. We're pushing for that 1,000 mark that we need to get to, and I really appreciate it. The jury has awarded E Jean Carroll $83 million in the Trump defamation case. A panel of 9 jurors ordered former President Donald Trump to pay writer E Jean Carroll $83 million in damages at the close of the defamation trial on Friday. According to CNN, the judge advised jurors to never disclose their participation in the trial after explaining that they could speak about having served on the jury but were prohibited from disclosing the identity of the other jurors. The judge said, "My advice to you is that you never disclose that you were on this jury, and I won't say anything more about it." That's from the U.S. District Court Judge Lewis Kaplan. The case is one of 2 brought against President Trump by Ms. Carroll, dealing with accusations she made in 2019 and his response. Mr. President Trump was still in office. Ms. Carroll accused him of assaulting her in a Bergdorf Goodman dressing room sometime in the 90s. He publicly denied the accusation in a statement. In 2022, statements made by President Trump also suggested Ms. Carroll was suing him to gain publicity to sell her book. A law passed by New York State allowed Ms. Carroll to bring an abuse case outside the statute of limitations during a period from 2022 to 2023. The jury found President Trump liable for an assault last May. Judge Kaplan, presiding over both cases, issued a summary judgment last September finding President Trump liable for defamation. The judge wrote that there was no genuine issue regarding material facts to be tried, as they had already been settled in the other similar case, and thus Ms. Carroll was entitled to a judgment. Quote, "The truth or falsity of Mr. Trump's 2019 statements therefore depends, like the truth or falsity of his 2022 statement, on whether Ms. Carroll lied about Mr. Trump assaulting her, or the jury's finding that she did not, therefore, is binding in this case and precludes Mr. Trump from contesting the falsity of his 2019 statements," unquote. The judge wrote, "Mr. Trump's contrary arguments are all unpersuasive." President Trump had abruptly exited the courtroom, and Judge Kaplan interrupted to note it. He said, "The record will reflect that Mr. Trump just rose and walked out of the courtroom." Right before the plaintiff's closing argument, Ms. Habba was asked to stop talking and threatened with jail time when she didn't. "You are on the verge of spending some time in a lockup. Now sit down," Judge Kaplan said. Courtroom was packed for last day of trial, which spanned about 2 weeks. And here's what Ms. Habba has to say about it when she come out of the courtroom. Let's take a listen.
Ask me that question. No, I'm not having any second thoughts about representing President Trump. It is the proudest thing I could ever do. What I'm having second thoughts about is the license that I stand here with that the people in there are supposed to have. I have not spoken because I respect my ethics while I'm on trial. But let me now speak about what has happened. I have sat on trial after trial for months in this state, the state of New York. Attorney General Letitia James, and now this. Weeks. Why? Because President Trump is leading in the polls, and now we see what you get in New York. So don't get it twisted, whoever asked me that question. I am so proud to stand with President Trump, but I am not proud to stand with what I saw in that courtroom. I'm not finished. Let me just finish and I'll take questions, please. Before I walked into court, that judge decided that every single defense President Trump had, we were not allowed to raise in front of the jury. It is in writing, and I encourage the journalists, the real journalists, to take the minute to look at his orders. There was no proof. And I couldn't prove that she didn't bring in the dress. There was no DNA. There was no expert. My experts were denied. 2 of them. 2 of them were denied to come in. They didn't let me bring up that Reid Hoffman funded Miss Kaplan. And you know what we got in there? That my witness, who was her friend, who said that she is a drug addict and the drug addict is herself. That friend, I found out in there, was paid for by Miss Kaplan's firm, and that is disgusting. That is a violation of everything I stand for, and that is why I stand with Trump. And that is why so many Americans are so proud that he is running again and so excited to run to the ballot box. But don't get it twisted. We are seeing a violation of our justice system, ladies and gentlemen.
And there you have it. Thank you for stopping by and for subscribing and liking the video. We appreciate it. Have a great day. God bless.